Welcome to Revive Integrative Wellness Healing Centers. We're standing next to one of the most amazing machines, I would say, that there is in the world. This machine, it offers 10 different treatment modalities all in one session. Some of you may recognize a few of these. I'll just list a few, but then we're going to talk specifically about just one thing that it will do for you. On the outer panels, there are infrared therapy that she's receiving. Her feet are on metal platelets where there's a frequency-specific microcurrent that's going through. You may hear a ticking noise. That's from a pulsed electromagnetic field that's working all through the spine, the hips, the sacrum, the nerve bundles in the back. And then we've got oxygen, so she's receiving oxygen therapy. She's receiving carbonic acid therapy. She's receiving ozone therapy. There are photon lights in the machine, so she's receiving chromotherapy, which is photon light therapy. She's receiving transdermal therapy, so there's actually heat and moisture in here. So this is hands down, one of the most amazing machines. We've had this machine with us for years, and it has helped thousands of people find a healthier way to live. So I need to make adjustment real quick. All right. So I'm actually running her through a session, so this is not like a mock session for a video. I mean, she's actually in the middle of a session. Mm-hmm. Tiffany, can you tell us how you're feeling right now?
I feel hot, but it's a really good hot. I like it. So
now, when she says hot, we don't want you to think of this as a sauna. We don't market it as a sauna. It will go all the way up to like 135 degrees, but it's not a sauna. The best operating temperature is between about 98 and 110 is the best operating temperature. What that means is the body is happiest at those temperatures. When you go up above 110 degrees Fahrenheit, it's not unhealthy, but more heat doesn't make it better. So let's talk about stress management. So the title of this video, stress management, the topic, stress management. You know, when I think of stress, I'm thinking I've got stress with work, responsibilities and duties at work. We identify with that. We've got children. I have children. I have 3 girls. I have a granddaughter. So I have stress with that. You do as well. Most of you have children, and you're running them from basketball to baseball to soccer to dance and that is stressful. We've got just friends, just relationships that you care about. It's that inner circle of family and friends. If you care at all, you work hard to maintain those relationships because they're so easy to see those relationships just break apart, and that causes stress. So for some of you, it may be spiritual stress. You're like, wait a second. Well, if you're in ministry, or if you're desiring to live your life on the front lines for Jesus and your faith is important to you, it's stressful. Because we stand in a world that says everything you want is okay. Well, not everything you want is beneficial for you. You can do it, but that doesn't mean it's beneficial for you, so you may have stress there. What's some other stress factors?
finances, worrying about your finances. So if you're trying to make ends meet, you can worry about that. There's stress in marriages. You know, marriage is a huge factor to a lot of stress points. It can go all over the place, from finances to children to work, all the ins and outs, even spiritual. Marriage is tied into that as well. And then everyday life. There's all types of stress. There's environmental stress that a lot of people are not aware of, you know. So we have that as a stress. It's the only ones I can think of.
Well, we're covering a lot today with stress. And even if you're paying all of your bills, even if you have, you know, the 2.5 kids with a white house and picket fence and the 3-car garage, you still have stress. All of us have stress. And so what this machine does is basically in here, it's an escape from an environment. It's an escape from, there's no phone in here, there's no demands in here. It's just you relaxing, but with the treatments that are happening through here, your body is being brought to a level of wholeness and health where your body can heal. What's going to be interesting, and this video will not cover it, but she's sitting on a towel, a lot like this one on the floor, or like this one. And so she's sitting on the towel, and what we see over and over again, when someone finishes their session, there will be a drip ring around where her body, her buttocks, her hips were. There'll be a black line. And there'll also sometimes be a black line like in between your legs where you were sitting. So what happens in that is the organs detox themselves through the center part of the body. The lymphatic system detoxes itself through the skin, and that comes down off the outer parts of the body. There'll also be a catch basin back here where we catch the water. We actually put it under a light so that you can see it. I know personally, I have seen some pretty nasty stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen worms. I've seen parasites. We see things that, I mean, you'd have to put it under a microscope and have a specialist look at it, but we only see about 10% of what's there. And literally we're detoxing her body. That's releasing her stress. It's going to help her feel better. It's going to open her digestive system to help her feel not as bloated. It's going to help her get better rest, better sleep, and it's going to give her just the clarity of mind, because that's one thing that stress does. It really attacks your mind, and it attacks your nervous system. It makes you edgy and grumpy, and don't we want to be our best? We love our families, we love our friends, we love life. How sad to let that pass you by because you're stressed. So guys, at Revive Integrative Wellness, I don't know what else to say except that if you're not here, you're missing out. Now we do have, on Saturdays, we have openings for this machine. Is it every Saturday?
It is every other Saturday starting May 18th from 9 to 2. We will have the pocket open for teachers, lawyers, anybody that can't get in during the week. We have heard you. We've been working really, really hard, and we finally were able to do it. So come see us.
And let me just tell you, it's not easy to get someone trained for this machine. There are some other older machines kind of around, and typically what they'll do is they'll put you in it and leave. We do not do that at Revive. We have a trained specialist that stays in here with you the entire session. We do that because we care. We do that because it's a time to connect, it's a time to process, but it's also a time for us to watch what's happening within their body. So if there's ever any kind of medical need, we can attend to that promptly. So guys, thanks for hanging out with us today and learning about the Hockett ozone therapy machine, and why live a stressed life? And you can come to Revive and find wholeness, health, and healing.